Hi, my name is Lieutenant John Brenner. I'm with the Coast Guard Air Station Brooklyn, and I'm the pilot of the HH-65, and we call it the Dolphin.
The pass that they're making now, the high-speed pass in the HH-65, would simulate locating someone in distress out on the seas, perhaps in a disabled vessel. And you can see that we have someone out there on the field who has deployed a red smoke grenade.
These are good for door. Roger that. Door's coming up.
Coast Guard first started flying the Dolphin in '85. Ever since then, though, we've been kind of upgrading it, the avionics and stuff like that. But it's probably '80s technology. It's a pretty sophisticated helicopter as far as helicopters go. It's mostly composite material, so it makes it lighter than a stainless steel aircraft. And so this one's probably 12 years old at least. This is every helicopter has a tail rotor, and we call this a fenestron. So it's not specifically a tail rotor. I believe there's 13 of these. This is it's fully enshrouded. If you ever hear the Dolphin when it flies by, it makes a very distinct sound. This is why. Right here is the horizontal and the vertical stabilizer. A lot of helicopters just have the horizontal one. The Dolphin has the vertical, one on each side. Kind of also helps for the forward flight, causing the aircraft to trim. And the stabilizer will help the helicopter in a hover to maintain kind of a stable platform. The main rotor blades on this helicopter spin the opposite direction from an American helicopter. This is just a design feature that's a little peculiar to this type of airframe. This is called a rescue strop. We take it down, and the rescue swimmer will use it to bring up a victim. This is also the rescue basket. This is what we used in today's demonstration. This is used, it'll float in the water. This will be above water, everything else is below water. It kind of aids either the rescue swimmer to put the person who's being rescued in, or if the person's able to, just swim on in, and he can just slide right into the basket. All right, the pilot in most helicopters, the aircraft commander will sit in the right side. It's a little different than fixed wings. Fixed wings are on the left side. Helicopters are on the right. So the pilot who's flying during the hoist will be sitting in the right seat. He's listening to the flight mech talk him in through the hoist, telling him to move right, you're climbing, need you to descend, whatever it happens to be.
Right now you're watching him as he flies straight backwards while making a pedal turn and continuing on around, showing you the tremendous agility and capability of the Dolphin.
Well, that's the outside. The inside will be shown to you by Lieutenant John Knotts, the aircraft commander today.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant John Knotts. I'm the aircraft commander today on the Coast Guard helicopter 6563. And I'd like to show you the cockpit and the inside of the helicopter. I like to think of it as my office. The first control I'll go over is called the cyclic, and that basically controls the fore and aft movement of the helicopter in flight, much like a stick of an aircraft would. The other stick that we use is called a collective, and that basically adds power and changes pitch in the rotor blades, and we use that to climb vertically and descend. One of the most important things when we're performing a search and rescue mission is communication between the pilots and the crew in the back of the aircraft. When we perform a rescue, it's very important that the flight mechanic con the pilot in. He has to give the directions to the pilot. Oftentimes, the pilot will go what we call lost target, and we do not even see the person or the vessel that we're hoisting to, and we're simply going on the flight mechanic's conning.
Ready for pickup signal, easy right.
This is just one of the missions, search and rescue. The aircraft is used for drug interdiction and marine environmental protection.
And rescue swimmer's halfway up. And basket is below the aircraft. Basket is below the door. Moving in the basket. Moving in the basket. Moving in the basket. Moving in the basket. Moving in the basket.
I'd like to go over some of the safety equipment that we wear while we're performing our mission. I'll start with the flight suit real quick, which you see is so prevalent here at the air show with the military aviators. It actually serves a purpose. It's made of Nomex, and it's for fire protection in the event of a crash. It'll protect us against a flash fire and allow us time to get out of the aircraft. The other thing is the helmet. It basically serves three purposes. It works as a crash helmet, like a motorcycle helmet. It also provides us hearing protection as well as communication both inside and outside the helicopter. The last thing is it has protection for our eyes and a sun visor. And the other thing I'd like to go over is the vest. One of the primary functions is flotation. Should we have to do an emergency ditching in the water, we can pull on this toggle here, activating a CO2 cartridge, provides us flotation. The second thing that it does is it serves as a means to carry our survival gear. We have a survival radio, we have flares, we have signal mirrors, and things that you would need in a survival situation. The last thing the vest does for us, if we find ourselves underwater in the aircraft, then it has a small scuba tank. We call it the HH-65 system. And what we would do is we would pull this out, place it in our mouth like a scuba regulator, and it will give us up to 5 minutes approximately to get out of the aircraft.